And good morning, ladies and gentlemen and existing subscribers, and welcome back to the Delmar 2000. And that was the first night shift done, and it's cold, it's a bit shitty, and we're back on another bloody Delmar adventure bullshit. They blew another team in last night, so we're back up to 3-man bell runs, which is excellent news because we want to go back in the bin as soon as humanly possible. But what's actually happening at the minute? Precious little. They're still looking at leaks. Well, the leak, or a leak down there. Anyway, all the familiar faces are here. Some old, some new, but mostly everybody. Apart from my good friend Carl, who's in Peru having a lovely time kicking slows off his patio. But yeah, most of the wild bunch is here in one form or another. And over the next couple of days, things are gonna just settle down. This disruption, in fact, let's take these off. Oh dear. This first night, it's been very difficult. You get like this big burst of weary come over you about 6 o'clock, and then the sun comes up and all the grown-ups start getting up, and then things start getting a bit more involved. So, what to tell you, we've settled in, moved in the cabin okay. Just me in there at the minute, and today's the 15th, morning of the 15th, and on the 25th they're going to blow us in. I'm going to be in with Lee Stanton, a good friend of mine, and Mr. Clinton Green from South Africa, now living in Bangkok. So yeah, that's our little thing, and we're going to be in the honeymoon suite too, so it's not all bad news. So yeah, it won't be too much longer because before we're back in SAT again and earning some proper money. But in the meantime, we've got about 10 days of just acclimatising and settling in and getting our shit together. And what a lot of shit I brought out with me. Oh my goodness. Food, cookers, entertainments, arts and crafts projects. Only the boring get bored. So yeah, we've got plenty to do. And today we've gone a little bit self-catering. Started off testing out the air fryer on the cheese toasty, which was okay, but unfortunately the bread was like some cardboard rubber shit sliced white loaf, which wasn't the finest. But the chips were tested on an actual Irishman, and he approved. And yeah, air fryer chips, which I think I've got down to a fine art now. So that's what I'm going to be living on for the next 10 days. Cheese toasties and air fryer chips in my bid to go completely self-sufficient. Those of you worrying about, oh, is he getting enough vitamins? Yeah, getting plenty of vitamins, and I've even brought a pot of Pro Greens out with this time. That horrible green sludgy milkshake stuff that occasionally I use just to make sure that I'm getting plenty of greens. Because, yeah, this isn't the finest diet you could probably have offshore. And last time I was out here, I lost 5 kilos just through sheer neglect of my diet. So, yeah, we won't be fooled again. In the meantime, let's go and take a look at what's going on the rest of the Delmar this morning. And then down there below us on the muster deck isn't the world's shittest game of Ludo or Uckers. That's actually our muster station. And to add insult to injury this morning, we've got the monthlies, the muster and abandon drill. So just at shift change, when everyone's tired and just wants to go lie down and go back to bed, we've got to go and get me counted off like penguins. Honestly, it just piles up round here. It piles up. yeah, in the 9 weeks I've been away, nothing has really changed too much on the Delma, and even we're in the same position, and even the leaks are still there. Apparently these leaks are going to be dealt with in fairly short order, but yeah, all of the general consternation that they were causing before is it's kind of easing off a bit now, because they think that they've sort of fixed the leak. Whether or not they have or not remains to be shown, but I was told the staggering figure of $350,000 a day, every day, and that's what it's costing while we've been stood by. That's how much it is to hire. Now if you think about that times by 8 weeks, 8 times 7, 54 times 350,000. Those who've got calculators will be coming up with some fairly big and impressive numbers now. That's what it's cost just in downtime while this leak's been going. And the worst of it is, well, worst or the best of it is, they just don't care. They don't care. It's all got to be fixed. We're going to fix it, but it's not us at the front of the spear. It's them to come up with a plan, and then the fixing will be done. So, with the changing of the guard and the putting of everyone back into 3-man bell teams, it looks like they've got a plan and they're going to have a go at fixing it, which is all well and good. They've got about 10 days to get it sorted, and then we'll be doing our bit. We'll probably just be doing more of the same, actually. There seems to be an awful lot of measuring things and checking things and operating valves. Unlike most jobs where it's the divers at the very front fixing the problems and going along, this job is so big and important that we're receiving a lot of client input. So every time anyone is watching, there's not just one person watching, there's hundreds of people watching, and they're all watching from all over the world, making sure that this job goes well. So, from one tedious situation stuck in a hotel to another tedious situation stuck offshore. We'll take you through it step by step on another bloody Delma adventure bullshit. Stay with us for the next 12 weeks as we go offshore diving again. Speaking, here we are back in the shack, and I'm on nights. Night shift is the right shift, and that's the place to be. So we're told. Who else is on nights? We've got Keegan, Boomer, Ricardo, and a couple of local air divers just to give us a hand. But obviously not a great deal going on at the moment. The problem with nights is you get lulled into this lovely sense of security, but it's all nice and dark, and just put the bell in the water. The problem is anything after that is 7 o'clock now. By about 8, 9 o'clock, all the grown-ups are starting to get up and wanting activity and all the rest of this. So you've got to be a little bit on your guard for roaming people coming in and disturbing your peace and quiet. As you can see, in pride of place, there is our air fryer. Thank you, Dawn, your purple burglar alarm, for letting us have that air fryer. That's going to save the job and make sure that we stay fed on something resembling food for the next few weeks. So there we go, day 1 night shift nearly over.